Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to discuss some of the things that you need to consider when you are moving to Canada. And the most important thing is weather change. Obviously, it's not going to be easy, especially for newcomers. So there's some things that you need to consider when you are moving here and you face a lot of problems related to weather. So let's get started on some of the things that you can do to survive winters in Canada. So the first one is obviously dressing. So whenever you're coming to Canada, don't buy a lot of stuff from wherever you're coming from. So what happens is, I've seen a lot of my friends do that. They buy jackets or stuff from India, and they come here, and that those jackets, they don't work. You can buy clothes like hoodies, but don't buy like a heavy jacket from India or any other country, because that stuff is not going to work very well in Canada. So once you come here, you have to get a very good jacket, and obviously good winter boots, so that you can walk on snow or ice. So, and the other thing is, you have to wear layers whenever you're going out, because what happens is, you can wear like a heavy jacket, but if you go inside a marketplace or somewhere, you have to remove that jacket. So it's better to wear layers, so that you can remove them one by one if you feel hot, if you are working, or if you are in a school. So that's the first thing that you can do, is dress yourself accordingly. And the next one obviously is your time management, because in Canada, they don't really have long day. They have very short days. So sun would rise at 9, and sun would go down at 4:30. So you don't really have lot of sunlight. And what happens is, if you don't manage your time properly, then you'll have hard time getting yourself to work and to school, because most of the people I'm making videos for are probably students. So I'm considering that even if you're not a student and if you are doing a job, you have to have a good time management practice on what time you need to get up, because that's the one time I was having hard time when I came here, is that I would sleep late in summers, and in winters I would have hard time getting up early in the morning, because it's always dark until 8 or 9 in the morning, and I would have to go to school at 9. So I'm considering that, and I think that's something you should keep in mind. And the next one is obviously budget. If you are renting a place or something like that, or you have a car, so you need to keep your car plugged into the electricity, and then you would need to use more heat. So obviously that would increase your budget or increase your monthly expenses. So you need to keep that thing in mind, because what happens is, uh, students, they really don't have that much money lying around, so they have to be more mindful of that stuff. The next one is obviously, when you're coming here for your first winter, or even not even your first winter, you can't use stuff for 4 or 5 years. So you need to buy gloves, you need to buy some scarf, hat, or boots, or jacket you can probably use for 4 to 5 years, but everything else you need to maybe buy every year or every second year. So that you have to spend a lot of money. I mean, it's not a lot if you're working a full-time job or two jobs, but if you are a student, then obviously it feels like it's a lot of money. And then next thing what I've experienced is that once you come to Canada, you don't really have a lot of friends, and then you only go to school, go to work, and come home, just watch something on the TV. It could get really, not depressing, I shouldn't say that, but it could get to you, like you don't feel like going out in winters, because it's always dark, it's always cold. But there's always some good things. So there's always some events organized by communities, or your if you have campus events, it's always good to go to those events. Always you can get to meet new people, learn their culture. And not just that, when you go out, you feel like you came to Canada, and obviously it's better if you learn their ways of doing things. And there's some things I think which are easier than others. Doing ice skating is one of them. So it's an indoor activity, so you don't really have to go anywhere for that. And the other thing is, you can always rent stuff from there, so you're not spending a lot of time outside, or you're not spending a lot of money as well, because every city or every town in Canada would have ice skating rinks, so it's pretty easy to find. And I think these are the 4 or 5 things that you need to consider when you're moving to Canada. There are a lot of small other things that you need to consider. Is if you have your vehicle, then you need to make sure that you have winter tires, obviously. And even there's fines in some provinces, like I live in British Columbia. So if you don't have winter tires and you're driving on highway, then you can get fined for that. And it's not just that, it's just dangerous driving because you don't have winter tires, and in winters the road conditions are pretty bad. And the other thing is you need to prepare yourself for winter driving, because winter driving is a lot different than summer driving. So these are the small things that you need to pay attention to. And this is my take on how to survive winters in Canada. Let me know your thoughts. Please like and share. Thank you.